Hi, everybody. Welcome again to my virtual campfire. And today I'm going to give you just something to think about. If you're going, I'm going to wait until the market gets softer, if you will, to buy an RV, you might want to rethink that because you could be missing the boat. If this scenario plays out, you could be missing the boat. This channel is based upon logic and rational thought and not on emotion. It's based on pragmatic wisdom, I think. I'm a former campground owner, an old guy, obviously, who has made a lot of mistakes in his life, but I've seen a lot of things, and I hope that I can share some of those stories with you, that you can glean a little bit from it. I'd like to hear from you. Your thoughts are very important to me. My contact information is in the description below. In the next few minutes, I'm going to not only tell you why you might be missing the boat if this scenario plays out, but I'm going to tell you media schizophrenia, kind of something that I have a hard time rationalizing in my head. And I'm going to start it off with a really nice phone call that I received. I spoke with this guy several months ago. He kept my phone number, and I wish you would keep my phone number. I'm going to put it on the screen now. Please save it as a contact, as the Wingman. You can call me 24 hours a day like this gentleman did, and just stay in touch. If you see something, if you hear something, if you think that I might be able to provide some perspective on a situation, a topic, especially if it's RV, campground related, I would love to hear from you. And I do listen to every voicemail message, and I call as many people back as possible. So that number on the screen is 1-330-946-4626. And let's play this call right now, and then I'm going to tell you about this media schizophrenia that I see.
Alan, how are you? It's John LaGrega from Long Island, New York. I'm down in Pensacola, Florida now, but I was just at Berryland RV. Had a couple of small issues as far as like warranty stuff, nothing crazy, on my Rockwood 2507S. The guys over there, I'm telling you, the service department, Brad from the service department, he was spectacular. I got in there late. They set me up in the back. I plugged in, had a nice night's sleep. First thing in the morning, got my trailer in. By 2 o'clock, everything was completed. I didn't even know they were in the trailer. They left it as clean as I had given it to them. Work was done excellent. The tech I had was fantastic. Nice guy. They're just a really, really, really great. Well, you know how I feel about them from when they sold me the trailer.
John is an example of the happy campers that purchase from the RV dealers I trust, the members of the RV dealers I trust network. Berryland is in South Louisiana. John LaGrega came down from New York. You can tell by his accent. He's not a Southerner for sure, but he sure enjoys the Southern hospitality that is provided by Berryland. And I'm going to play just a little bit more. John is one of dozens of people that I have had conversations with on the RVDealersITrust.com website. If you're thinking about buying an RV, please consider, giving these people an opportunity to earn your business. They're damn good people. They're not going to give you the RV away. They're not going to beg you to buy from them. They don't need to. But they provide that after the sale service ownership experience, the before the sale professionalism that I think most of us want. They're direct, they're honest, their prices are good, their products are outstanding. Here's the rest of John's call, just a little bit, and I'm going to make another comment about it.
And everybody should know that Berryland Campers, both location, Holden and Ponchatoula, they're just fantastic people. And I got to speak to Brad too, the manager, and we chatted for a while and gave me some really good stuff on my fall trip to Louisiana. I'm going to do a little fishing and kayaking down.
So if you want to fish and kayak, you go to Berryland Campers because the people there, they know all about fishing, and most of them know about kayaking as well. Again, you can contact Berryland. Their information is in the description down below, a link to them. And again, this channel is brought to you by the RV Dealers I Trust Network. All right, so now let's get into first off the media schizophrenia that I see, and I want to know what you think. please drop a comment below. But recently there's been all those protests on college campuses, right? These kids that are just they're losing their minds. Mommy, daddy, they've got a student loan. They're supposedly somebody's paying $50, $60, $80,000 a year for them to go to these fancy colleges, and they're rioting. They're protesting. They're acting like idiots. And they're, I don't know, to me, they're an embarrassment. Hopefully they're an embarrassment to their family. But that's just me. But here's the deal. The media is saying that these kids, these young men and women, are not making the right decision. They're not making the smart decision. There's a better way to go about it. They're not making the right decision. But I don't understand, because the media, why can the media say these people are not making good decisions? Why can the media do that when if I'm a 10 or 11 or 12-year-old boy or girl, I can have my genitalia cut off, and I'm smart enough to do that? Do you see the paradox here? On one hand, we can't blame those kids, or they're making the bad decisions. But on the other hand, the same people are saying, but a kid that's in middle school can decide to make a permanent change to their body by chopping off body parts. That doesn't make any sense to me. I never claimed to be very smart, but to me, that's just a paradox. What do you think? Do you see the same kind of thing that I did? I don't know. All right, so here's how you might be left behind. If you're sitting on the sidelines, you're going, you know what? I really want to buy an RV. All right, the prices have come down. New ones have come down. Used ones have really come down a lot. I want to buy. I'm going to keep waiting. I'm going to keep waiting. I don't know if that's such a good idea. And here's why. Just go with me on this mental exercise. I sold my campground in the fall of 2021 to a corporation. They paid a lot of money, more money than I thought the thing was worth. These corporations are still buying up campgrounds if they can, and they're paying big bucks for them. Why? Why are they doing that? Well, let me just say this. I don't know where you are, but I live in San Antonio, travel to Houston, Texas a lot, and I see Doc in the Box, hospitals, these medical clinics everywhere. Like in the last 4 or 5 years, they have popped up everywhere. Why is that? Is there something the medical community, the, big pharma knows that we don't know? I think there just might be. You know what I'm talking about? Turn on TV. Every commercial break, you see commercials about drugs and pills and this and that. And the pharmaceutical companies sponsor these news channels. They do. What do they know that we don't know? Are we getting ready to be even sicker? It makes me wonder. So what does that have to do with campgrounds? Trying to get a mortgage lately? How would you like to be a young person, 30 years old, maybe 35 years old, trying to go and buy your first home? Paying 7%, 8% for a mortgage? It's hard to qualify. Prices are they're coming down, but the prices are still stupid high. You may say, yeah, but years ago 7% wasn't that bad. This is not years ago. At 7%, the houses were $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. Young people cannot afford to buy a house now. They can't. Who can blame them for looking at RVs? Wait a minute. The world has changed since if you're in my demographic, if you're a boomer, the world has changed. We may not like the changes, but it's changed. When we bought a home, we wanted a home, I think, most of us, a nest, someplace that we would stay for a while, maybe until the kids were raised, grown, and they flew the coop. Now, people don't think that far ahead. If you were a young person and you heard that the government owed a lot of money, or somebody owes a lot of money on their student loan debt, and the government's willing to wipe it away, hey, why in the world would you ever make payments? I say, from an old person's perspective, that buying an RV and putting a 20-year note on it is stupid. It's stupid because most of the time the RV is not going to last 20 years. But wait a minute. It could be a smart decision. Just go with me on this. Again, I'm open to your opinion. What if you were a young person that could not afford a home? You wanted the nice amenities that a home can offer, but you don't want that. You can't afford the $600,000 home. You can't afford the homeowner association dues and everything else. But an RV, wait a minute, it's pretty nice. I see all the commercials. Go anywhere, do whatever I want, travel remotely, work remotely. wait, I could finance an RV for 20 years. And they do. Payments don't matter to them. They want the lowest payment possible. I'm not saying everybody, but some people, lowest payments possible. And because you know what? 3, 4, 5 years from now, they're probably not going to make the payments anyway. A lot of them, they're not going to make the payments. Call the bank, hey, come back and get it. And where are those people going to put those RVs when they buy them? They're going to campgrounds. So I think that the atmosphere at campgrounds is going to change big time. In the future, the customer I had a family, my campground, I had a few monthlies, a couple of seasonals, but mainly mine was weekend people, families that came out for 2 or 3 days, brought the kids, brought the boat, played. I think those people are going to be pushed out. I really do. So what does that have to do with the price of RVs and buying an RV now? The prices right now on new RVs and used RVs is down. It is down. When the demand comes, and I think the demand is going to come from the young people that have no other option. They can't afford a 7.5%, 8.5% mortgage. They can't do it. But they can afford to get a loan from a bank that will loan them too much money for too long. Yeah, it's a higher interest rate. They're not going to pay the thing off anyway. If you have that mindset, and I think a lot of Americans do, you're going to go to an RV dealer, and the RV dealer is going to roll you up into an RV. Hopefully you'll go to one of the Wingman approved dealers that I recommend, but you're going to be buying an RV. When people start going back to the dealerships, what's going to happen to the price? That's what's going to happen to the price. It's going up. So I think right now we are in this little lull period. The stock market can't make up its mind on which direction it's going. It's bipolar, boing, 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 boing. And it's making people uneasy. Companies, these corporations are looking ahead. They see what's happening. I think that we've got chaos going on in the market. If you can afford to not buy right now, it may be a good idea to sit back on the sidelines. But don't be surprised if the market turns around and RV prices start going back up. You notice I didn't say anything about quality. I didn't. I'm not sure if there's enough pressure available to make the manufacturers change the way they build their products. And if they do change the way they build their products, I don't know if we've got enough money to pay for those changes. That's just the ugly truth. This channel is about trying to get you to think, not necessarily think like me. It's to have these virtual campfire conversations and bring up things that are like, It's to help encourage your brain to think. Maybe download my free RV report. Do your homework before you buy an RV. Listen to other people. Try to not be emotional in your decisions. Try to be rational. Try to be logical. Be responsible, whatever your decisions are. So do I think it's a good time to buy an RV? I do. If you can afford it, you're willing to pay the maintenance, you understand the true cost of RV ownership, and you can learn all of that stuff in my RV report. It's at freervreport.com. There is a link to it down below. More than 10,000 people have downloaded this report. I upload it every quarter to make it current, if you will, and you will gain information from that, and you'll learn how to not get ripped off. Hopefully some of this video today made some sense. I strongly suggest you live with your principles, but keep an open mind. Stand up for what you believe in. Look at the news media as their business. It's just like corporate America. They don't care about you. They care about your money. They care about the bottom line. That's all the media wants. They want to stir the pot and make you angry and disgusted and mad, because when you do, you're addicted to that. You are. So am I. It's it's in our nature. Try to look at it with some pragmatic wisdom. I don't have all the answers, but I try to open up my mind to look at the possibilities. And I see in the future that these corporations that have bought all these campgrounds, they're not maybe that stupid after all. They paid a lot of money, but where are these people going to go that buy these campers? They're going to have to go somewhere. Yes, there's some more campgrounds coming online, but not nearly enough for all the people that I think are going to be segueing from a traditional sticks and bricks home into a crate on skates, as they say, an RV. So let me know what you think. That's about all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you would, make sure you hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Alan Warren. I am the Wingman, encouraging you to be a better wingman or being a better wing woman. Why is it such a tongue twister for me? Be a better wingman. Be a better wing woman for other people. Stand up for your principles. Be open-minded to others. And stop sitting back and just taking it. Speak up, but speak up with respect. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.